Have you ever wondered why some outdoor fires feel effortless and relaxing, while others end up sending smoke straight into everyone's eyes? A truly smokeless fire pit isn't just about cleaner air, it's about transforming how you experience fire outdoors. In this video, we're taking a closer and thoughtful look at what makes the best smokeless fire pit options stand out and why these designs consistently impress people who actually use them. Before we dive in, I'm genuinely curious, have you already tried a smokeless fire pit, or are you still dealing with smoke every time you light a fire? And while I remember, if you're curious, links to the current prices for each fire pit are waiting in the description box below. We're gonna start with the Cuisinart Cleanburn Smokeless Fire Pit. As we move into this first fire pit, you immediately get a sense that it was designed to make ownership easy and enjoyable. The 24-inch stainless steel burn chamber is well proportioned for most patios and backyards, giving you enough space for a satisfying fire without overwhelming your outdoor area. The Cleanburn system uses a double wall design that pulls oxygen in from the bottom and reintroduces heated air at the top of the fire, allowing smoke particles to ignite and burn away before drifting outward. When you light it, the flames rise steadily and evenly, creating a calm, inviting glow that feels comfortable to sit around. As you spend time using it, the practical benefits become more noticeable. The efficient airflow encourages a hotter burn, which helps wood burn more completely and reduces leftover debris. The stainless steel interior reflects heat inward, so you feel consistent warmth radiating out towards you rather than uneven hot spots. A spark screen adds peace of mind during use, letting you focus on conversation and atmosphere instead of watching for stray embers. One of the most appreciated features shows itself after the fire dies down. This model includes a removable ash pan, which makes cleanup far simpler than traditional fire pits. Once the pit has cooled, you can remove the pan and dispose of ash cleanly, making fires pit parties much more realistic on a regular basis. In everyday use, this fire pit delivers a relaxed, dependable experience. You get the sensory pleasure of real flames, the gentle crackle of burning wood, and noticeably clearer air around the pit. It's easy to see why many people include it in their own smokeless fire pit reviews when talking about convenience and balance. As we move on to the next fire pit, the TIKI brand Smokeless Patio Fire Pit immediately shifts the focus toward visual impact and ambiance. This is a fire pit that makes a statement before it's even lit. Its wide-footed exterior isn't just decorative, it plays a role in the internal airflow system that supports secondary combustion. When the fire is going, tall, lively flames rise above the rim, creating a dramatic centerpiece that naturally draws people in. Once the fire settles, the smokeless performance becomes clear. Air is channeled through internal vents and reintroduced at the top of the burn chamber, helping smoke burn off before it escapes. The result is a cleaner fire and a more enjoyable atmosphere for everyone sitting nearby. The generous size allows you to use larger logs, which means longer stretches of uninterrupted warmth and less time tending the fire. The heat output feels expansive rather than intense, making it easy for several people to sit comfortably around the pit. It's especially well suited for gatherings, where the fire becomes a shared focal point rather than something people need to work around. If you usually host friends or family outdoors, I'm super interested to know whether you care more about big flames and ambiance or maximum heat when choosing a fire pit. The included weather-resistant cover reinforces the idea that this fire pit is designed to live outdoors and be ready whenever the mood strikes. Over time, this fire pit feels less like an accessory and more like part of your outdoor environment. The combination of thoughtful design and reliable performance helps explain why it often appears in discussions about a great smokeless fire pit that balances aesthetics with function. Next, we turn to the Breeo Smokeless Fire Pit, and as we transition to this model, the emphasis clearly shifts toward durability and performance. From the moment you see it, the heavy gauge steel construction gives you confidence that this fire pit is built for frequent high heat use. Breeo's design focuses on efficiency, drawing air from below and feeding it back into the fire at higher temperatures to ignite smoke before it escapes. When the fire is fully going, the flames feel energetic and powerful, producing strong, consistent heat that's especially satisfying on cooler evenings. The open burn area gives you flexibility with log size and fire style, letting you shape the fire to match the moment. Whether you want a bright, active flame or a steady bed of embers, the pit responds predictably. Another benefit you experience over time is versatility. Breeo fire pits are designed with cooking compatibility in mind, and even without accessories attached, the structure supports a wide range of fire-based activities. The steel absorbs heat and radiates it outward, creating a deep, warming presence that feels substantial and grounding. As the fire pit ages, especially with steel finishes that develop a natural patina, it gains character rather than wearing out. It becomes a permanent fixture in your outdoor space, and it's easy to understand why it's often highlighted in a serious smokeless fire pit comparison focused on longevity and performance. As we continue, the Solo Stove Ranger 2.0 brings a more compact and flexible approach to the table. When you first handle it, its portability stands out. Despite its smaller size, it uses the same double-wall stainless steel construction and airflow principles found in larger Solo Stove models. Air is drawn in from the bottom, heated between the walls, and released near the top of the fire to create a clean secondary burn. When you light it, the fire establishes quickly, producing a bright, swirling flame pattern that's visually engaging and surprisingly warm. The smokeless performance is especially noticeable at close range, making it comfortable to sit nearby without constantly shifting away from smoke. For its size, the heat output feels focused and efficient. This fire pit excels in more intimate settings, whether that's a small patio, a campsite, or a quiet evening outdoors. Once the fire burns out, the pit cools relatively quickly, making it easier to move or store after use. The stainless steel construction resists corrosion and stands up well to repeated fires. Using the Ranger 2.0 encourages spontaneity. It's the kind of fire pit that makes you more likely to light a fire simply because you can, and it frequently earns its place among top-rated smokeless fire pit options for people who value mobility without sacrificing performance. Finally, we arrive at the Solo Stove Yukon 2.0, and as we transition to this last fire pit, the scale immediately sets it apart. This is a large, commanding fire pit designed for bigger gatherings and longer fires. Its wide diameter and deep burn chamber allow the fire to build into something truly immersive. Constructed from 304 stainless steel, the Yukon 2.0 reflects heat inward to support an efficient burn while also radiating warmth outward to everyone seated around it. When you light the Yukon 2.0, the dual-wall airflow system becomes obvious in action. Cool air is pulled in from below, heated as it travels between the walls, and then released through upper vents to reignite smoke before it can escape. The result is a clean, powerful flame that feels dramatic without being overwhelming. As you sit around it, the warmth spreads evenly, making it easy for a group to relax and stay comfortable for extended periods. The removable ash pan adds meaningful convenience during regular use. After the fire has cooled, cleanup is straightforward, which lowers the barrier to enjoying fires more often. Because the pit can hold more wood, you spend less time tending the fire and more time enjoying the atmosphere it creates. Over time, the Yukon 2.0 naturally becomes the centerpiece of your outdoor space. The bright glow of the fire reflects off the stainless steel interior, amplifying the visual impact and creating a mesmerizing focal point. It's a fire pit that many people point to when discussing the best smokeless fire pit for larger spaces and colder evenings. As we wrap things up, it's clear that choosing the right smokeless fire pit is about matching the experience you want with the features that matter most to you. Whether you prioritize easy cleanup, striking design, rugged construction, portability, or sheer heating power, each of these models brings something distinct to the table. Together, they offer a well-rounded look at what modern smokeless fire pit design can deliver, and it's easy to see why they frequently appear in trusted smokeless fire pit reviews from real-world users. Honestly, after seeing all these options, I'm genuinely curious which style fits your space best, something portable like the Ranger or a larger centerpiece like the Yukon. So let me know in the comments because I'm super interested to hear your thoughts. And while I remember, if you'd like to check the current prices or learn more about any of these fire pits, you'll find links for each one in the description box below.